Hello, dear friends. We will continue our lectures of medical diagnosis. So, last time we have seen the introduction, then uses, and what are the advantages of medical diagnosis, why we continue it, why do we do it, why we follow it. Now, in next lecture, we will see uh, the clinical diagnosis made by blood, because blood is the main liquid body fluid. It regulates throughout the body and continue to each and every system, each and every tissue of the body, and therefore what happens there too regarding their activity, their uses, their functions, their physiology, that we have to see here by checking the analysis of blood. So in unit number 2 we will see the diagnostic methods used for analysis of blood. So blood is the red colored fluid and it is a liquid connective tissue that circulates throughout the body. It has three main components: cells, matrix, and fibers. These are moving throughout the body. First, the matrix is also called as plasma. It is a proteinous fluid. And secondly, the cells, also called as corpuscles, and are freely movable in the plasma. Third, the cells do not produce matrix. And finally, the fibers appear only when the blood coagulates. So, plasma is the structureless, slightly alkaline, pale straw colored fluid which forms about 55% of the blood, and about 91% of it is water, and the rest is dissolved substances in it. These may be listed. First, blood. The composition of blood: vascular tissue. It is a motile connective tissue consisting of fluid matrix and free cells, and the matrix is without fibers. It is not secreted by cells. Vascular tissues transport materials from one place to the another place. So, types of these cells: the vascular tissues are of two types, blood and lymph. Blood is a motile connective tissue composed of fluid, the plasma, and the cells or corpuscle. Fluid outside the cells are generally called as extracellular fluid, but it forms about 30 to 35% of the extra cellular fluid. The volume of the blood in the body is about 70 uh, is about 5.5 liter in 70 kg weighted person. So this is the average and normal. Second thing is that we call it blood cells or corpuscles. So WBC are cells and RBC are corpuscles, because cells have nucleus and corpuscles does not have nucleus. This is the table showing various components of vascular tissues. So in our body, whatever the liquid vascular tissue contains, it has blood and lymph. So blood has two components, plasma and formed elements, or we can call it as a blood corpuscles. So erythrocytes, RBC, leukocytes, WBC, and thrombocytes, or we can generally call it as the platelets. So leukocytes are of two types, agranulocytes and granulocytes. So these cells does not contain granules, whereas granulocyte contains granules. So agranulocytes are of two types, lymphocytes and monocytes. One is smaller and another is larger one. Whereas granulocytes are of three types, eosinophil, basophil and neutrophil. The names are given according to their staining ability. Whereas lymph has two constituents, plasma and leukocytes. So lymphocytes are the defense body cells that we will see in detail in the next. But till now, we will at least we must know that lymph contains plasma and leukocytes. Composition of blood: as stated above, blood is composed of watery fluid called as plasma and floating bodies termed as formed elements. Example: blood corpuscles. A. Plasma. It is slightly alkaline and non-living intercellular substance which constitutes about 55% part of the blood. It is a pale yellow but transparent and clear fluid. It is composed of water about 90 to 92%, Mineral salts like sodium, phosphates, calcium, iron, magnesium, then bicarbonates, chlorides, etc. It also contains some nutrients like glucose, acids, phosphoacids, fats, amino acids, cholesterol. Then some plasma proteins, they also constitute about 7 to 8% of the plasma, like albumin, globulin, immunoglobulin, etc. Then it also contains defense compounds. They do the defense to the foreign bodies or unwanted materials like bacteria, viruses, pus, and so on. So excretory substances includes ammonia, urea, uric acid, creatinine, etc. Then it also contains dissolved gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide. It also has anticoagulant to prevent the excess flow of blood from the body due to the anticoagulant heparin. It also contains hormones. These are secreted and released in the blood by endocrine glands. Then vitamins and enzymes are always there in the blood. So this one is the plasma. Once if you will centrifuge the blood, then you will have two components, upper and lower. So upper component is pale yellow and transparent, whereas somewhat transparent, and whereas the residue is sitting at the base. So if you will find the residue under microscope, you will find the red blood cells and platelets or corpuscles which are broken after completion of their age. And in upper layer you will get a plasma which contains water, iron, protein, nutrients, waste, gases, and so on. In between these two layers, a small layer, a thin layer of transparent creamy white jelly-like material which contains white blood cells or WBC. So this is the composition of the blood and identification of the cells by centrifuging the blood in the test tube. Functions of blood: they transport the oxygen and carbon dioxide from lungs to the lungs, from lungs to the blood, and from blood to the lungs, from blood to the tissues, and from tissue to the blood. In this way, transport of oxygen is carried out. Then retention of fluid in the blood, maintenance of blood pH, body immunity, prevention of blood loss, conducting heat to skin for dissipation, and uniform distribution of heat all over the body. So these are the functions of plasma. So formed elements or blood corpuscles, erythrocyte and leukocytes, that is RBC and WBC, they are most abundant in the body. Erythrocytes are most abundant in body, and the size are smaller than WBC. So they are 7 to 8 pm in diameter. So shape is discoidal or biconvex, uh, and have no nucleus. But only camel is the mammal, and llama possesses oval RBCs. Mature RBCs are without cell organelles, such as nucleus, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, etc. The number of RBCs per microliter is about 10 raised to minus 6 of the blood is termed as the total count of RBCs. So in man, an adult man and woman have 5 to 4.5 million RBCs per cubic millimeter of the blood respectively. So in man, the blood cells are more as compared to woman. It is due to the fact that women undergo menstruation, fewer amounts of hemoglobin leads to anemia, and anemia may be caused by loss of blood or due to hemorrhage, or in short we can call it as a loss of RBCs particularly. So increase in RBC may be during muscular exercise, to meet the increased demand of oxygen and at high altitude to cope with the low oxygen content of the air. So decrease in RBC is called